Now, my husband also left all of these shellac records that he had collected over his lifetime. Now, we had actually, in the two basements, we had about 7,000 records. And I was also angry with my husband because he never cataloged anything. He just had them sorted out by stacks, and he knew what was in each stack. I said, you have to have a catalog. You never catalog these records, you don't even know what you have. So he put his children to work, his own kids. My son and my second daughter were still home. They weren't away at school yet. So they sat down in the basement with these long yellow legal pads, cataloging the records for him, copying off the title, the number, and so on. And we wound up, we had 4,000 different titles from all the great cantors of the world in the days when cantors were adored like movie stars today. I remember Mrs. Corton telling me a story about how her husband did a cantorial concert. This was in Egypt, I think, in Cairo. And the crowd was so excited about him that when he came out of the theater after the concert, they were pelting him with flowers and they put him in a buggy, the horse and buggy, which was what they used in Egypt at that time. And then his wonderful, enthusiastic supporters got rid of the horses and pulled the carriage themselves back to the hotel. Oh, she was so proud of that story, but it's true. Rosenblatt was revered wherever he went, and he deserved it, because there are two parts to Chazonis. One is, just knowing the material, and the other is improvisation. And the great cantors improvised beautifully. Rosenblatt in particular was wonderful at improvising on the original tune, Nigan. And Koussevitzky was very good at that too. And also, I think Schlisky. They were marvelous. So we had these 4,000 records. And what are we going to do with them? I decided I couldn't carry that around with me anymore either. I was on the verge of moving into a co-op, in Brooklyn Heights. And I certainly wasn't going to move 7,000 records there. And I wasn't going to throw them away either, because by that time I recognized that this was a great treasure, cultural treasure, that was going to disappear if I threw those records out, for instance. So I approached the Library of Congress. I had the list that my children had made, and they were interested in getting the entire collection. So we gave them the 4,000 original titles that we had for the Benedict Stambler collection, archive of recorded Jewish music. And it's still there. And the only people who can listen to it are scholars, come in with a real purpose. Then there were still 3,000 records left that were doubles of the other titles. So what was I going to do with those? I went around and I gave them to the Rodgers and Hammerstein, archive of recorded music. So we gave them those records, and they had it set up so that you had to request permission to listen, but anybody who wanted could listen to it. You couldn't handle the records. They put them all on tape, and they would play the tape for you. All right, good.